Team Fluent, and we enhance your existing telephony service with a translation service, so you can get in-place translation whilst you talk. So we're going to do a demo. Everybody else does video, we do demos. Knock, knock.
Ja, wer ist da?
Who's there?
Party woo.
Was? Wer?
Party with who?
Party on, dude.
Es geht's los!
So that was our demo. Clicker work? Yeah. Yeah. So, my argument is that basically barriers caused by language still exist. When you talk about the internet bringing down barriers of communication due to distance, that's really happened. I keep in touch with my schoolmates from back in England all the time. But if you're an immigrant to Australia whose grandparents still live in the mother country and don't have a great amount of English, those barriers due to communication still exist. There's still a problem. And so I want you to meet Gustav and Papa Olaf. Gustav actually came out of some of the validation we did. We did validation by interviewing people throughout the day, and everybody had a story about talking to their in-laws because they've married somebody who's immigrating, maybe talking to their grandparents. They feel guilty, you know? Sorry. They feel guilty. So Gustav and Papa Olaf. Papa Olaf lives in the mother country. He's got a little bit of English, but he's getting old. He can't hear quite so well. Gustav, he's a first generation Australian. He has to have Dad translate for him when he calls Papa Olaf, which he does twice a week. But it's a bit of a chore. It's not that great. And there are loads of people in this predicament. We get 70,000 immigrants a year entering Adelaide, of which 60% don't have English as their first language. So that's what, 40,000 people the market is growing by every single year. You push that out to Australia, that's 3 million people. In the US, I think we worked it out, it was 38 million. It's big, the market is big. So the language barrier causes problems. It causes problems of spontaneity. You typically have to plan your call to Papa Olaf, yeah? You need Daddy there to help translate some of the weird words. You're not going to pull your phone out when you've got 10 minutes in between lectures, yeah? Staying in touch becomes a chore. So there are solutions in the market. Biggest one, professional translators. They charge a fortune. Are you going to pay $3 a minute to talk to your granddad? No, he would not approve. There's a competitor called Lexiphone. They're pretty close to what we do. They charge you 25 cents a minute to get on their VoIP network. That's what they want. They want to own the call end to end. Yeah? Papa Olaf, it was hard enough to get him to install Skype. Get him to install Lexiphone, it's not going to happen. Speaking of Skype, they've just talked about, they've announced Skype real-time translation. Ooh, that's a bit scary for us. But you know what? Skype, it's vaporware. They're owned by Microsoft. It's going to be a bit of a dud, isn't it? It goes straight to So we see a market opportunity, right? We can launch an app. It's cheap, it gets us to market very quickly, but it's not a great experience. We can partner with VoIP. We can plug into Skype and Viber and so on. Yeah, nice. What we really want though, we want to talk to those guys at Internode. Yeah, and we did. We talked to those guys at Internode. And Trent said, awesome. We also want to talk, of course, to Libara. Libara are the kings of VoIP International cheap dialing. Yeah, they do the top-up cards that you see everywhere. You can't walk down the street without seeing a little shop selling Libara mobile cards, right? So, our business model. It's a telecom business model. We sell minutes. We sell minutes of translation on top of your minutes of voice. Yeah? 12 cents a minute is what we costed it out as. We figure if we can sell for 12 cents a minute, we're happy because it's going to cost us roughly 3 cents a minute to deliver the translation. There's obviously a retailer cut, cost of taking credit cards, that kind of thing. But yeah, maybe half of that is our business profit. We want to sell online with the usual inbound marketing, but if we're going with VoIP partners, we can use their billing system, their sales channels. We want to sell on the high street. I mentioned Glabara, yet they have told us where to go and find our customers. And we get our customers with the classic try-buy approach. Grab yourself, an extra 20 minutes with your first $5. Lovely. So we think 6 to 8 weeks for beta, 16 weeks for launch. About half a year, we get 500 active users. After 1 year, we are profitable with 10,000 users. How does it work? We don't sell VoIP. We don't sell translation services. We buy them in. We're using Siri, Google Chrome, etc. Google Translate. Text to speech, yeah, that works. And we have a team. The team is me. I do technology. We got Dennis here. He does the jokes. And we've got Lawrence, who is our designer. He looks after user experience. He made these awesome slides. So next steps. We need some gravitas when we're dealing with telcos. We need help with legal and IP. And thank you very much.